and welcome back to our Turkey vlog series. Today we'll be sharing the good, the bad, and the ugly of our Didim boat tour. Have you ever been on a boat tour in Turkey? We'd love to know. Let us know about your experience in the comments. We started our adventure at Altınkum Beach, located in Didim, Turkey. We parked right along the seaside and you can even see people swimming in the water super far out, which was pretty insane to me because I can't even imagine being in the water that early in the morning. If you parked where we did, you're gonna have to walk about 5 minutes to Barış Park to get to the pier. This is a great spot for some nice views and pictures, but it can get pretty busy later in the day. There are a couple ways that you can book a boat tour. You can do it through the hotel you're staying at, which also typically includes a free shuttle there and back. You could also walk the pier the night before and go up to one of the kiosks of whichever boat that you like and book that way. Lastly, if you're feeling really spontaneous, just get here early in the morning and get on a boat that way. They're typically able to accommodate. I had actually joined a Didim Facebook group and they recommended this boat company to me. I got a phone number and booked through WhatsApp, so that's also an option. Each company will have a brochure about what's included and where they stop off at. There are about 6 coves listed here, but we only ended up visiting 4 of them. I'm not sure if it's weather related or something, but I really don't think we could have fit more in anyway. The tour company will also mention if it's a family-friendly ship or not, which typically most of them are. Boarding started at 9:30, and if you want a good seat, then you should definitely be there nice and early. Our boat was split into 3 floors, with the bottom deck being more of the eating area with tables and benches, as well as access to a drink bar, which has a QR code that you can scan to see the full menu. This boat also offered free Wi-Fi, but it didn't work too well on my phone, which wasn't too big of an issue because I had data and I had reception the entire time. If you're sensitive to loud noises, you might be better off staying on the lower deck because the music can get pretty loud. The second floor consisted of these comfortable loungers, but like I said before, I'd recommend getting there early if you want to grab a shady spot. Some boats do have a fully shaded second deck. Ours did not, so if you do want to be under the shade the entire duration of your trip, then I would recommend staying under the front or back awnings, since eventually the sides do get some sun exposure. All the steps on the boat were pretty steep, so just a word of caution when you're going up and down. We departed right on time, and I just wanted to show you all the Altınkum Beach and how busy it is so early in the morning. Before I show you the first cove, I wanted to mention a couple things that we weren't aware of before we got on our boat. We didn't know that water wasn't allowed on. We brought a couple of water bottles and we actually had to dump them out. Snacks also weren't allowed. I'm not gonna lie, we did sneak on a couple. And if you have young children, then I'm sure no one will say anything. I believe this is a standard rule for all the boats. We were just unaware of it at the time. They have lots of water on board, but it is paid and you do not have a drink included with your meal. It took us about 30 minutes to get to our first destination, and the views were breathtaking the entire time. Our first stop was Aquarium Cove, and I have to say this was probably my favorite one, just because of the clear water and how quiet it was. I believe we were about 7 meters from the seafloor at this stop. You're given approximately 30 minutes to swim at each stop. You can jump from the first, second, or third floors of the boat. Life jackets are also available if you need one. This is also the stop that the ice cream boat came to visit us at. Staff will come around and take orders for either ice cream or corn. This was the only stop that had the ice cream boat available. There's a little shower head that you can rinse off with once you come out of the water, but the line would get pretty long because everybody would be getting out of the water at the same time. And here we are, going on to our next stop. The music selection the whole time was fantastic. It was a mix of Turkish and English music. There were some early 2000s classics, R&B, pop, as well as some more modern music. Our second stop was Silver Cove, which wasn't my favorite because of how much current there was in the water. I would not recommend going in if you're not a strong swimmer on days like this. You can also see how much the boat is swaying here. So take a good look before deciding if you want to go in or not. Again, we had 30 minutes to swim and take a break. Our third stop was Haydar Cove, which is actually a popular spot that a lot of people visit by car. We also stayed here slightly longer because we stopped for lunch. Factoring in the time it took for everybody to get to the bottom deck, be seated, and for the food to be served, it took about 30 to 45 minutes for us to start eating. The drink cart came first, and like I mentioned before, drinks were paid. Our plates included a serving of chicken breasts, salad, a couple fries, some bread, and pasta. I'm not sure what other boats serve and what their plates look like, but this is what we had. Afterwards, you scoop your trash into the garbage can and are free to leave and go swimming if you want. Because of the lunch break, there wasn't much time to swim at this cove. But if you are interested in seeing how Haydar Cove looks like from shore, we actually have a vlog posted on our channel. The cove we went to after lunch was the furthest, but despite being so tired from eating, there was absolutely no time to sit and relax. This was probably my favorite part of the whole trip. We kicked off festivities with a birthday party celebration on the upper deck. Afterwards, it was time for the foam party. The foam party happened on the middle deck, and unless you were sitting at the very front or very back, then you were probably going to be covered with foam at the end of it. There was a great selection of music, and it looks like everybody had a really good time. I mean, we definitely did. The staff also facilitated some Turkish folklore dance, which felt a little awkward at first because we didn't know the movements, but I think we got the hang of it by the end. We got to our last stop at around 3:30 in the afternoon. At this point, we were all pretty exhausted, but we still decided to hop in the water one last time. The water temperature at this cove felt slightly colder than the others, but it may have been because we were out of the water for so long prior. Unfortunately, due to the strong currents, we decided to only stay in the water for 5 or 10 minutes before heading back onto the boat. We left for home around 4:15 p.m. This is probably when the water looked the prettiest, so that's something to keep in mind if you want lots of aesthetic pictures. By 4:40 p.m. we could see the dock, and by 4:45 we were parked. We hope you enjoyed our Turkey boat tour vlog. If you have a similar experience, leave a comment down below. We'd love to hear about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.